Theme song. Stardate 11. Our crew has pulled into the neighboring sector in the initial starting system here. The Hercules Whelm, I guess. What would you call this whole area? Yeah, the Hercules Whelm. But we're still in this little tale called the Dorado Yunquilla border, named after somebody very important, I'm sure, but I have no way of knowing. Now, got a little bit of damage to repair on our engines as we are out of mass capacity. I'd love to be able to do something about that. Like, what do we have? We've got 13 hull, which is a significantly more hull than I really thought we had. We have no infrablocks, though, and we're going to really need some ASAP. Over here we have the androids. You can see what they're up to. Trade. How much would it cost me to get, like, 65 infrablocks? 159 to glue. Oh, we don't have enough for one! Okay, I might have to trade my energy cells or something, which is kind of a bummer, but that would get me some infrablocks. It's just that these are really, they're always so cheap and they're so expendable. I don't know if I want to waste my trade leverage on that. And we also have, actually, wait, what kind of missions did we have here? Mission. No missions. Okay. There is also this space station here, which looks amazing, and shout out to the Bug Bite crew. It's going to be so fun to be able to build one of these one day. We have to wait still. We have to wait. Trade-wise, looks like the same situation. 152 for infra. That's the set price. Fuel, very expensive. Okay. We do have these. We're not using them right now. We could sell, 38 doubloons for an energy rod? That's crazy. Okay, well, that's not worth it. We could buy that. We're going to need to buy energy real quick if we're not careful. And we do need to start melting our ice for water for the algae dispenser. Okay, missions. A cargo mission. A cargo mission for 500 doubloons. It's so good. Okay, I mean, here's the thing. They aren't that expensive to build. How much is one? Cargo port is 2 infrablocks and 2 hull blocks. So we can put it right here. Or actually, we can put it on the edge here. And we'd have to move a few things over. Pretty much we'd have to move... Yeah, we just move these 2 things over and build some hull for that. Why don't we build a little bit of hull here? And then we can at least get this on the way. Then maybe we trade for 2 infrablocks. And then we can do the cargo mission. Have this cargo in tow for a bit. Let's do that. So the team decides to take on a little cargo, I guess. Let's go activate. So what do we need? 1, 2, and then a little, like, lane there. So that's going to be, like, this chunk here. 1, 2. Then we're going to do the same thing here. For another... 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, well, that's too many, but whatever. And then we're going to go out a little bit here and a little bit more. There we are. That's just enough. That's all we need. Just a little bit of hull spend so we can move our core, our ship core, and our water purifier over there. And then let's set an order right now for the... Well, let's not. We'll set the order in a little bit. In the meantime, let's do a trade, I guess, for some infrablocks. I don't know how much we're going to get, though. Is this the best price? Technically, if we do 152, it goes up to... It doesn't go by that much. So we kind of want as many as we can get. Let's sell off probably all 3 of these, unfortunately. And let's buy as many infrablocks as we can have. Sell off 1 of these for another infrablock. And we probably want some water. So that's a full stack. That's 4 more waters. What else can we sell that we don't really need? Ooh, I don't want to sell those, but we could. Noble metals. You know what? We're not going to get into higher levels of manufacturing anytime soon, so let's sell off that whole stack. We'll get a little bit of profit from that. We're going to get some water and some infrablocks, and then we'll be able to build and take the cargo mission, which is pretty great. And it'll be nice to have a little cargo. And that's going to bring us a fair amount of profit once we get to the next galaxy or system. Up there we have a prison station with a military alliance. I bet if we had a prison, I wonder if they would let us do prison transfers or something. Then we have a bunch of these derelict things. So I think what we really need to work on is our research here. We need to research a lot of things. I would like to rush towards weaponry. That's really going to help us. The problem with that is... We can build an item fabricator then. But then we need plastic. So then we'll need a chemical refinery at least to get going on that. So it's like, is it worth it when we could also be getting... we probably need these 2 researched pretty soon. The jukebox would be nice to just make life a little better. Industry 2. Does that get us to our... No, I can get my chemical refinery here, but I do need raw chemicals, and I do need a research bench, which I don't think I have yet. Okay, robots. We're not even thinking about robots yet, I gotta tell you. We're not even thinking about them. Probably a shields console, and yeah, actually getting into a better hyperdrive would be good too. And we need 3 Hyperium just to research that. Okay. All right, let's focus here. Power capacity node. What gets us to our more efficient generator? Okay, we better research this, unfortunately. Let's get that out of the way. And then I want to research item fabrication, just because if we were able to find some plastic somewhere or buy it, now we're looking at, you know, all these weapons. And we do have some steel plates in stock, I think. We have 2, so we can hang on to those and get a couple of shotguns going pretty quick. We just would need to find plastic. In fact, we're not even going to research power node. We're doing item fabrication first, then power node, just in case. There we are. All right, the build is coming along nicely, not costing us very much. Let's move this over, and then we'll set up a melt order. I think I had that going right there. Who's in here? Ah, Jess. Jess just doing such great work out there. She's an alien lover, which is kind of being wasted if we're not putting her on the shooting team, but we don't have a gun for her. As soon as we have a gun, we'll give her a gun so she can go out there. Although, yeah, that's not like an amazing skill to have. If it's paired with good accuracy and good weapons, then sure, but anyway. All right, let's move this over here. Perfect. All right, let's get those moved at a sort of a high priority, although there's nothing else to do on board right now. We're still in the early days. Gaithwith just cringes from how frustrating it is that he doesn't have his own private room with his own private toilet inside the room and a nice ballroom and a nice viewing deck, windows on all sides that he can go with just couches and just sit and observe. I mean, that's what's coming once we get to the upstairs. But right now, we got to build the downstairs first. The cargo port slots in like a glove. Oh, wait. Oh, no. The facility needs to be built within the ship's canvas. Ah, crap. I did all that work for nothing. I'm sure some of you were yelling at me that it wasn't going to work. And you know what? I want to thank you for the yells. Well, actually, that's not that big of a deal because, I mean, this wasn't even on the thing anyway. So we're going to move this back. I'm going to reinstall the windows because I liked them. Can you still get around there if I move you? Hold down V. No. Okay, we got to put it there. All right. We're going to reinstall those windows because why not have some windows? And then I'm going to place it in the spot that I have just been working on. So let's do that and that. Okay. And so let's expand this chunk out a little bit here. Life support. I mean, realistically, it'd be nice to get to the ore processor because we're going to need that at some point. We do have 4 infra blocks. I mean, we could get there pretty soon, but we're going to need that. I think we're going to need that a lot sooner than we even think, maybe. Okay, this is annoying because this means every time we got to get rid of our cargo. Every time we want to make a change to our ship now, we're going to need to get rid of some stuff here. So that needs to be 1 forward. Okay, so I think if we just expand that out a little bit, we should be fine. This also allows us to get in a much-needed gas scrubber, which we have not built on the ship yet, so I'll put that in the resource area, because I think smoke has even started to build up a little bit, potentially. Where's my hazardous gases? Oh my goodness. What's the smoke doing over here? Oh, I see. Every time... Oh, okay, that's bad. Every time people use this airlock, a little bit of pressure goes down, and so the smoke being generated by the engines and the recycler probably are dragged over here. Okay. Well, we've got our spot for the cargo bay, so that's good. And I am noticing that... oh, here it is, storage. I am noticing... Let's do that there. That the... resource, here it is. The ore processor, not super expensive, and it could go right here if we just expand a little bit. I just kind of want to see in general, like how much hull would that cost me? That's 1.6 hull. I kind of think it's worth it to do, so that we get the we get our there we go. We get an ore processor in here, I think. So it's 3 wide, and I think that'll fit. That'll hopefully fit there, and then we can get our ore processor done, and that's just going to help us kind of take more advantage of the... oh, I see. It's dragged all the smoke towards the... Okay, but that's good. That's good. We're going to take more advantage of each system that we go to at this point. So I feel like that's a good move. Although yes, we're getting even further out of mass capacity. And the mission expired. Oh, that was really annoying. I should have picked it. I should have taken it earlier and then built the stuff we needed to do it. So unfortunately, this mission was expired. Gaithwith yells at the other crew for not working hard enough and for understanding that you just need to work hard in this society if you want to make anything of yourself. Everybody found Gaithwith to be somewhat offensive, so they sent him out to go do a building shift. Replace the ore refinery. Now, we can't afford it yet. We need 4 infra blocks, of which we have none. And both of those tech blocks, which we have 3. I think it's worth it, though. Although I think it's, what is it, a hull block to make a drill bit? So if we could afford some more... I really wish that mission was still there. Juno, if you have a mission for me, I'll take it. No, okay. Well, I think there's nothing left to do in this area except for spool up our engines and take off, repair the engine when we land, and hope for the best. These are the spicy early days, and they're not going amazing. I decided against going to that station. Oh my goodness, there's already some bad guys. Okay, that's not ideal. We're going to go and take a look at this derelict vessel, see if we can get some infra scrap from it. I have some limited energy left. We'll get some ice from there, but if we can get from some infra scrap, we should be able to mine these resources, although we do have the Cult of New Haven on their way, so we're going to have to be careful. As our luck would have it, it's actually 2 derelict vessels, so we're going to land in between them both. And we might even want the Merchant Federation and the military to come here first and do some of the dirty work for us, because I know that sometimes they will... they'll let us do all the fighting and then take the resources, but we're going to let them sleep anyway. Once they wake up in the morning, we're off on an away mission. The Military Alliance comes in and asks to do a routine inspection. I don't think I have anything to hide from them, so I'm just going to reveal everything to them, and we're good. Okay. Whew, that was kind of scared me for a second. A couple of missions here are available. Let's take a look. Retrieve item of interest, retrieve log. And retrieve log. See what our kind of options are. Oh my goodness, that seems like a pretty good one. We want to do that one, I think. Retrieve item of interest. Yeah, I think. Giving them 3 tech blocks. That means the Valhalla has maybe 3 tech blocks on it, so I don't want to do that. I would like to keep those, but I really think this is the best one for us to get into an assault rifle early on. However, let's pause. Can anybody even use it? I mean, eventually they will be able to. 2. Oh no. 3, okay, Jericho should be able to use it, and that's going to give us a big leg up in the game, so I think we have to figure out our way through this particular mission. So let's pick this reward here. Find and send log information. We've got 1 day to get aboard and figure out what's going on the SGS. Good ship Manatee. Mission accepted. So which one is that? Good ship Manatee. It looks like a big one. We're going to have to be very careful. But our crew is just about done with their sleep, so they're going to have full stamina. They're going to have the dream of 1 single assault rifle. And I think this is going to really change life for us here in the early galaxy. Bingo, Jericho, and Ty load into the ship. I mean, honestly, we could bring Jess as well. Let's bring Jess. So Jess volunteers to go as well, even though she has no weaponry. At least she can be sort of like a meat shield, I guess, or she can do some punching if worse comes to worse. Gaithwith, meanwhile, gets himself a nice little, algae coffee and sits down over some research. We might want to switch research, I guess. Well, no, we still want as many rifles as we can get, but this one is just going to help speed things up a bit. Good luck out there. Bingo, Jericho, and Ty come out, and they're going to float out into the area. There's a couple of spiders that way, or at least 1. I know there's going to be more, but let's clear the back section first. Oh my goodness, it looks like the log might already be here, which would help us beat the mission immediately. So that's kind of great. Oh, well, that's awesome. There we go. So if things get a little too spicy, we can always just go and grab that rifle. But let's see if we can't clear this place. It looks like there's going to be a decent amount of stuff to look at on board this ship here. I wonder if there's another spot to dock. Not really. Okay. So we're going to keep that ship there while we do this. There's another piece to look at. Jericho goes and grabs the data log. Moves forward a little bit. I know there's at least 1 spider on board. And the more we venture in, the worse things are getting. Oh, there's a hauler. Okay, that's not ideal. I don't think we have the firepower to take on a hauler. So, let's pull back. Where are the eggs? Could we get a position on the eggs? Alright, let's get this spider out of here at least. Okay, good move. Jess, why don't you venture, because you have no gun. So I don't know why I'm sending you, but it just feels like the thing to do. Yeah, go get this other spider to come towards us. Oh, that's a lot of spiders. Okay, you're actually in a bad position here. So you're gonna leave. We're actually doing all right. Ooh, a couple of bites on tie. That was not ideal. I'm sure that hauler is on the way any second now, and I don't think it's a good idea to go after that hauler with just a few pistols. I also don't know why I've chosen Jess to do this. Maybe just Jess is really brave. She isn't... I mean, it's true that she's not afraid of them at all. Okay, there's the hauler. There's another spider coming this way. I think we might just want to get the shuttles and collect up our winning and come back with an assault rifle. I think that might be the best play right now, especially if we're playing on Brutal. We got to be a little more conservative than I normally am, which is like rolling the dice. But I know that hauler's going to scratch the crap out of one of us. And even if we survive, that's going to be nothing but problems. We don't have a medical bed. Let's go get that AR and come on back. Unfortunately, the Cult of New Haven is also on their way in. So that's going to cause some problems. We want that rifle sooner rather than later. I'm just glad that we got that mission done. Where did it go? Actually, we only have one storage thing, so it's right there. I think our best person for this probably going to be Jericho's the only one that can touch it, I guess. Actually, what is it? Is it weapons 2? I can't remember. Weapons 3, yeah. So Jericho's the only one that can even use the darn thing. So we're going to just draft Jericho and have him go and grab that. And we're going to put the pistol down for Jess. There we are. And Jess can have that. Jess is now graduated to Team 1 because we have a full complement of weapons. That feels quite nice. Secondary, we don't need that in your secondary. And the cult is 5 hours away, which could be good for us. Here's the thing. They're going to have a little bit of a fight, most likely with the military alliance. I can't remember if they're at war with the cult or not. So when they get in here, maybe they'll go and take a look at these ships and get all sliced up by the bugs. Or maybe they'll come here and attack, and we can try to defend. How much are cover objects? I think they're 1 infra block as well. Yeah, okay, well, we don't have that. So, I think if we sit pretty for a second, we have enough energy. We have some ice. It's not ideal, especially in the early game. You don't want to sit here for too long, but this could be a good get for us. If we somehow, with that assault rifle, got the upper hand, and we're dealing with all these little early game ships, we could be able to take our first ship right by episode 2, which would be pretty sweet. I'm sure Gaithwith is like, maybe we could take it for me. Perhaps I could have my own bowling alley? Since they had nothing to do, I've put them to bed, as we have only a few hours for the cult ship to come in. Yeah, early game, again, nothing to do, so this works, I think, best, so they have maximum stamina. And the Bane's Chagrin flies in, cannot repair. Oh, no, what's down? Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's really bad. What do we need? I assume we need an infra block to repair it. Crap. Okay, can we do any kind of repair to it? Maintenance? Nothing? Oh, no. Okay, we need to buy an infra block somehow and sell something to get an infra block. What's giving us all this smoke? Something's producing a lot of smoke. Okay, I think it was just the initial explosion of that thing. Okay, well, we have bigger fish to fry. That is namely the Bane's Chagrin. Oh, and they're on the way already. Okay, oh my goodness. Okay, let's draft and get ready to defend ourselves here. They're attacking with only 3 people, and we have an assault rifle. I think if we go down here, we might be able to get a decent shot on defending ourselves. Yeah, it's bad. There's a lot of bad door cheese. There's not a lot of defensible positions here. Bingo's going to need to pull back because we don't actually have medical supplies for Bingo. So I'm going to pull Bingo out of there. Okay, Bingo's going to go in there for some reason. That's not a problem. The assault rifle is doing the damage we need it to do. Andy's already given up. And Camille here hasn't got the picture yet, but she will shortly. There we are. Okay, thank goodness for that assault rifle. Jericho, come forward and accept their... unfortunately, we don't have a prison for them. So we need to do it the dirty way. They're cleaning up the blood, and Ty was the only one that took a fairly bad hit. We don't have a medical bed. She has -2 from an open wound that's regressing, but a fair amount of health left on her. So I feel like we're going to have to wait and see if we can heal that on its own. At which point, we're going to head over to the Bane's Chagrin and see who's left over there. Hopefully not many people. With oxygen falling, I'm going to go ahead and buy 1 infra block. And, oh, we got some handguns. Okay, that's awesome. So we're going to sell 2 of them so we can give Gaithwith a pistol. Maybe we don't want to sell all of... No, well, I think that's fine. I think it's fine. And in the meantime, we can probably buy another infra block. And what else might be super important for us? Down to 4 ice. We've got 10 water here. How much... What else are they selling? They're selling one of these for $2.90. I think we can mine this stuff fairly easily. And the ice, I don't want to buy that for $56. I can find ice for that. Do they have any plastic? No plastic yet, but we could buy another steel plate. Or a tech block is unseasonably cheap. So that's good. I think that's a good purchase. Great. Okay. Ty, meanwhile, her damage has healed fairly well. Oxygen is going down because our 1 oxygen generator needs the maintenance, but we do have some infra blocks on the way, so not all is... I would say we're not even in that much trouble. I'm going to let them heal up a little bit, especially Bingo here, because I want to go take a look at Bane's Chagrin. One thing I'm realizing I should have done is this is the military alliance. I should have taken them prisoner and then sold them to the military alliance right away. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was just like, we just need to deal with them right away, but that was stupid of me. And I will hopefully not make... You know what? I was about to say I'll not make that mistake again, but I think what I'm going to do instead is make all brand new interesting mistakes. Ah, crud. Both the infra blocks got brought to the resource thing. I'm going to cancel it. Okay, good. We didn't lose the infra blocks. One of them gets used to repair the, this. Somebody do that. Bingo, you do that first. There we go. And now we can replace the construction of this. Man, that was a good catch. I don't know why they... I mean, surely you guys want to breathe, don't you? Everyone was heading to bed when Vash, Lee, and Crooks, some more attackers, decide to come on board. Not great for us, but I think if we stick to... Maybe this spot here. If I had enough infra blocks, I could probably put together a cover object or two, but unfortunately I don't have the infra blocks to do that. So I guess that they had a decent amount of crew left. Oh, but they don't have weapons, so this should go okay. And hopefully Vash... Okay, Vash gives up, so now we have some prisoners to sell. That means there were at least 6 people on board that ship, but the only ones with weapons... Oh my goodness, there she is. The only ones with weapons have already attacked, so we should be able to get over there and kind of clear out whoever's left. Lee fights to the death. Vash gives up, so let's take that prisoner, and I think we've got our first conquered ship. Oh, I love it. Well, unfortunately, the military alliance doesn't care about our war, so... Whoa, hello. Show missions, completed missions, okay. The military alliance doesn't care about our war, so this person, unfortunately, Vash, we don't have anywhere for you to be. You're very upset. You have 4 open wounds. I don't even want to look, but I'm just going to check real quick. Pretty decent. No, clumsy. We don't really need her around, so Jess, unfortunately, has to do the honors. Our away team heads to their mission. Bingo, not doing great, but again, I'm a little confident in our ability to take this ship. Oh my goodness, never mind, it's already become a derelict. Oh, they've mounted quite the rescue operation, but their entire crew is now gone, so that's a really nice get for us. We don't even need this whole crew to go over there. We know for a fact that there's no bugs there. That is a really nice get for us, and I believe has most likely, if anybody finds wind of our complete destruction of this crew, is most likely going to lead to a pretty permanent state of war with them. I can't see them being really happy with us after we've not even taken any prisoners. A quick tour of their ship reveals some pretty Spartan quarters, but overall a really nice design and a ship that I wish would be claimable. But the only issue with that is if they let us do that in the game, then we'd be in, we'd have so many resources in such a late game ship already that it would be kind of cheesy. But man, does it look like it would be a fun ship to pilot around. All right, let's see what our winnings are as everyone heads back here. Actually, no, wait. Let's undraft you. Undraft this and see what our winnings are before you head home, because at least you can bring a load with us. Oh my goodness, it's pay dirt. Okay, some more medical supplies. Energy cells that we can trade for now. Augmentation parts we could probably trade. We don't need those just yet. A good supply of infra blocks, but a really healthy supply of the resources we need to survive, including some meals. I should probably see about building a kitchen, actually. Oh, great day. Bingo, Jess, and Ty. Think about how much work they did already trying to defend the ship. And weirdly, they share with each other that they actually kind of don't feel that guilty about having to do what they did. Because, I mean, after all, we were invaded. They did go to our ship looking for a fight. We just had a bit more fight than they did. Gaithwith installs the new ore processor. And I feel like, I mean, once we do some salvaging, I feel like we might have enough resources here. System. And we need 2 hull blocks, 2 infra blocks, and 1 tech. Yeah, so I feel like we can get another Hyperium drive in here and get ourselves mass supported, which would be huge. So let's go and activate a bit more sketch. What can we do here? If I activate that, that gets us 3 more. And I feel like, oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that should get our Hodbanger over there, and then we can put this engine with a twin. The Starberg has another mission for us to kill all the monsters and enemies on the derelict, the good ship Manatee. They'll give us a pistol, meh, and some medical supplies, or we can get 260 doubloons. But I also think some hyperfuel could be good to get off the top there, especially that energy rod. So I'm going to go for that, mainly because eventually once we get better engines, we're going to want that, but also because these fetch a way higher price than that does. So let's accept this and head over to the Manatee. Thanks to their hard work, we become mass supported as well, and this little ship, as buggy and turdy as it looks, is actually putting together a nice little life for us. But now that they've had their sleep, they're ready, and it's time to go finish that mission. This is what I'm talking about. If you let them, it looks like this is a freshly captured crew, so if you let them do this... Oh, and we've got backup as well. That's awesome. If you let them go on board and try to figure things out themselves... Sometimes, hopefully they've taken out a few of the eggs, but oftentimes, you know, they'll clear out a lot of the clutter for you. As you can see, it looks like there's been an absolute bloodbath out here all through this hallway. We didn't do any of that. Let's wait until our backup gets here and see what that does to the mission. I hope it doesn't spoil the mission to have Mark Timber and Discorus do it first. But I think it's safer at this point without a med center to just kind of hang back. And of course, we have the assault rifle. Wait, let's hang out. Okay, good. Wait, come back in. Finish the job. Yes. Okay, they're doing all the damage taking. I love this. Oh my goodness. Okay. Got a good shooting position. Timber's taking a couple of hits here. Sean has broken free and has gone nuts. So now they have to kill Sean. Was Sean one of theirs? Again, glad they're doing this for us, so that's nice. Okay, Sean's given up. Let's move in here. And I kind of want to deal with... there we go. I want to free them first. Because I kind of want the mission stat. Okay. I think they're going to save... Let's do this. Alright, this is the plan. We're going back to the shuttle with their dudes. Alright. Not you, Jericho. I want you to stay back. This is actually bad here. Ty... help out. Bingo. You also try to break for the ship there. Let's rescue their crew before they can rescue their own crew. The AR is very helpful in this case, but it took a couple of scratches. Not ideal. Now, we just hope they don't give us the alien plague if we bring it over. We don't want that. Okay, get rid of those eggs. And there we are. The good ship has been explored. Oh, and we got it. We got the stuff anyway. Okay, great. Mission complete. That's another successful mission. I think we can undraft you guys, actually. Undraft you guys, because the ship is explored now. And the first thing we need to do is take any of this stuff home with us. Plastic. Looks like we're going to be getting shotguns going by the next episode. My goodness, this has been some really great early game. I don't know what you'd call this. Just good rolls. Gaithwith closes his computer from his research for the night, goes for a little bit of a walk through the old corpse field on the ship, thinking about how lucky he is to have found these 4 other peons able to help bring his vision to life. A beautiful dance hall and karaoke bar where him and his friends can just hang out and while away the hours in space. It's another great day here. We've made a lot of strides very quickly in this one star system. For the rest of the time, for the rest of the day, I get maybe even a couple of days, the crew is going to load up whatever supplies we can get from these 2 ships here. But yeah, this has been an extremely successful run to the point where we need to think about like expanding the ship so we have more storage room, but also so we can get some more hod pangers in here, and maybe what else do we need? Probably like, well, I guess we need to think about shields and stuff like that pretty soon. Regardless, we've got a long ways to go before we can get to Gaithwith's vision. Hope you found it to be some truly solid content, and we will see you in the next episode of Downton Spaceby. Ty, get out of there. Gaithwith's trying to go to the bathroom. All right, Ty's got a bit of a thing going, I think. Ty, you're a little creep.